I love my workshop, I really do. And I count my lucky stars that both my family and friends gave up their time and effort to help me build it and ultimately help me to start my business. And it's a bittersweet feeling that things have come to the point where I really need more space to be able to work efficiently. And I think, like any business, it comes a point where you need to step things up. And for me, I'm feeling that pinch now. So I recently made the decision, rather than to constantly struggle and waste my efforts moving things twice and mop up the occasional water that comes through the front during torrential rain, I decided to head out there and find a warehouse that I could rent and really start elevating and taking things to another whole new level. So after finding a warehouse to rent that is suitable for my size but not overly ambitious, I came to an agreement with the agent on what I needed the space for and how I wanted it finished off before handover. And after a month of construction, it was ready for me to move in. So I decided to rent a small truck and get on with loading all my gear and moving in pronto. In a way, it feels like I was starting all over again. And deep down, there's a fear that I might be jumping into this a bit too quickly. But I've always ran with my intuition, and this just feels right. So here's to a new chapter and an opportunity to step up once again and see it plan through. So, welcome to the new Hudson Coachworks quarters. And whilst there's no flashy views out to the country landscape, the workshop is 230 square metres, approximately just under 4 times the size of the original shed, which means I can finally space things out and comfortably have 2 projects on the go. So, with all my tools in the new workshop, I went about picking up some steel and designing some custom workbenches. With the first table largely knocked up, I went about making another table. The idea here was to make 2 5-metre workbenches, so each build had its own respective bench space and immediate part storage underneath, so things don't get too chaotic.
The song of president is new radicals, you get what you give. What an absolute track to F off this Friday with the bit of a throwback, but doesn't get enough of a rap as it should. And what is this kind of sound?
As I waited for some form ply and 2mm gauge sheeting to get dropped off for the bench tops, I was lucky to meet Carl, a local Indigenous chippy who was working around the complex. Impressed by his carpentry skills, I asked him to knock us up a couple of double-sided shelves where I could store all the finished items for the builds prior to install. After that, it was a matter of lining the table with some form ply and some 2mm gauge sheeting I had folded up to suit.
So there you have it, guys. Absolutely ecstatic with the new workshop. Now, it was a bit of a mission trying to get everything in here set up, make those workbenches. There's a hell of a lot of hours in just that. However, I am absolutely over the moon with how everything's come out. And yeah, just really keen to kick along and get this thing done. So I'll wrap things up. I'll give you guys a little bit more of an understanding of the future build coming up, and give you guys a bit more of a tour once I get the whole workshop fully set up. But for now, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Cheers.